Hello everyone, this is Deadly Legend 7-7 back with another one-off. Today we are going to do a little loop hero. This is a pretty fun game. It's another roguelike, kind of like that For the King we were doing. I've actually played this a lot. I've played it since technically before it launched because I played the demo. We're going to stick to pixel fonts because that's fun. Let's see here. Okay. So, just giving a little bit about this game. This is a Devolver Digital published game, so you might know them for, I feel like a lot of things. I think Inscription, Enter the Gungeon. There's a lot of games. I really like Devolver Digital stuff. Some of the cool things with this game, is what I was trying to think of, is it actually has like special, like you can make it look like, I think that transfers right, you can make it look like an old CRT, etc. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot more since I've played last. Well, we gotta customize. That one. Alright, now the big thing here is we are going to start from the beginning. I actually, you can see I have 10 hours here on this playthrough, and I believe that says I'm 27% of the way. But yeah, when we'll do the tutorial, just so you guys see. But I really like this game, and I mean, that's why I'm kind of at loss of words, because this game's really fun. It's got a really simple premise, but man, is it good. Stars in the sky are going out one by one. I forget if I have to click to advance it. I think I do. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. Look at that. It is just dripping on it. There's a dude up there. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there's absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Really cool. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff up in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. Press the switch. Right click or space. I might change that back to white. I'm not used to it being red. Hopefully I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall, if night still even exists without the sky, that is. Can I change that now, actually? Yeah, I can. That's neat. Change this all stuff on the fly. So this is the day progress bar. Top of the day. New enemies usually appear at the end of the day, so it gets to the full, and then you hear that that rooster, and then things kind of happen. It's all so you don't control your movement speed. You don't control your walking. Living ball of slime, quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. I remember this creature. Maybe I need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. Traveling and fighting, let's see here. Traveling, fighting, and most other actions are done automatically. The player can't affect them directly. So you'll see, there's this blue bar at the top, and that's like the attack timing. So you can see I'm slightly faster than him. It just goes automatically, and you get some stuff. Hard to fight with bare hands. I think there's undigested weapons and the remains of that thing. So you see here, it actually even says so you can equip things. So grab, drop. This is all really simple stuff. Plus this is the tutorial, so it's even simpler. He doesn't actually talk that much in the real game. Think you remember there was a grove nearby? Are these even my memories, or do they belong to that slime? So this is kind of the main thing you do. You can use cards that are left after defeating enemies to add various new objects to the map. That's what planning mode is for. That's what this pausing is. So you can place this wherever, but the tutorial is going to make you. And if you actually hover over, it gives you. I'm pointing at the screen like you could see that. It actually gives you some info. So you got some flavor text, but it also says like spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. Rat wolves can move to adjacent tiles. So keep going. You'll see the sun is about to go. New day, rat wolf, which is this thing. And you can get some stats on it there, which only matters. There's certain things that matter. So like the has a soul, living. These are all like things that you eventually find or find out you need, but right away it's kind of useless. Forest rat wolf, some emotional stress, a few vivid images, and a bit of adrenaline, and I'll forget it all like a bad dream. Or remember it. Good thing nobody heard that. Yikes, bud. So, yeah, as you can notice, you get new items and cards during battle. Some items have unique features, as do most of the cards. By hovering over an item and card, you can expect its properties. Equip a new weapon, and place your new cards on the map to continue. So you can see here, this background for the weapons and stuff is a rarity system. So there's kind of like gray, which is common, blue, which is rare or uncommon, and I believe there's rare and like it's like orange. I don't remember that one. Usually they come with additional effects. However, they also are balanced in that, like, the more effects, the less other things do. So this one's a straight upgrade. 46 damage, and 10% counter. But sometimes, like, these ones usually are just pure damage and stuff. So sometimes a common is all you want. You can just do way more if the rest of your stuff can make up for it. Let's put this forest right here. Oh, it gave me a wood. +1 hero attack speed. Put this rock right there. Mountain over there and a forest over here. The world's almost back. Branches, stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that. That's kind of the... Oh, yeah. Some reactions will yield... I don't know why I'm explaining everything. They explain it. They yield resources that you'll need later on, but not right now. That's where the roguelike... That's the stuff you take out of these loops. That shouldn't stop you from looking at them right now. Changing game modes. Space, right click, swap. So yeah, we keep walking. You can see this stuff there. Oops. I missed what he said. I think he said something about he can rest here. During a loop path, only you will decide when it's time for the hero to return to camp. Either you or the fangs and claws of your enemies, of course. Treat almost any time, but especially on PlayStation Play when it's safer to do so. Basically, while this guy's running and it's kind of all glowy, you get to keep everything. If you do elsewhere, you might lose some of your items, which is what this is telling you. Cold and dark here. Small fire can solve both of these problems. So this is the kind of the hub. I'm barely reading this stuff. Where you kind of slowly, like, here's the upgrade tree, and this stuff, like, helps you in your actual times, well, I guess I have to do this first. Set it up. No, beating this annoying tutorial. You cannot start first of expedition or not, do as you wish. Yeah. So, as you can see here, I can't, like, move my mouse, but on the right, it gives you a little flavor text, and then, it mentions, like, potion heals 4% of max HP. You can take up to 3 potions with you. 2 potions are refilled at the camp. Unlocks the swamp card. And usually that's what all these do, is they add something to either your run or they unlock cards. So like this kitchen, it adds to the healing power of the campfire and also unlocks the blood grove. And then some of these are really special, so like the cemetery, which leads to the crypt. I know this one unlocks like a character or a class, so you can kind of keep going. Let's go do an expedition. We only have the one, which is this one. And we don't have anything to change, so it's always going to be the same here. Path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It's like a completely different place and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst savior of all. Let's do it. So this is kind of the usual method. You just kind of go, you get things. You know, I don't even usually pause all of the ways, and then you just kind of keep unlocking. The goal is, so you can see up here, this is their current level. So every time you make a full loop, the enemies level up. So you want to, I'm gonna pause it. You want to make yourself get enough loot and stuff that you kind of can keep up or surpass the enemies. So, you know, and you'll see as I kind of go, but like I'll put this spider cocoon. Every day it makes a spider. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. So I'm actually putting enemies in my path because I want more loot. Plus 2 HP at the start of every day. Let's put that over there, and we'll put a mountain here. Oh, these are better when they're adjacent. I kind of messed that up. All right, keep going. It's fine because I'll probably get more right away. Yep. I think spiders are good when they can only spawn on one, because each tile has a max amount of enemies that can stand on it. So this one will just spread between those two. Grove spawns a rat wolf. The other issue is I'm used to like how it usually is, which I have a lot more things and I also have strategies, whereas I don't even have half the all the cards that I'm used to. Most of the time you don't need to unpause. The other thing is a lot of times the gear comes in 2 different versions. So like this ring is a defense ring, whereas the one I have is a counter ring. So it's sometimes it's just deciding which you want more. I think I want counter right now. You can pause in the middle of fight and it will continue the fight, but then it will like be done right afterwards. So this is better. I could put this rock down. Spider. Yeah, and you can see that arrow, like this armor is worse, so there's no point in equipping it. So I was saying, this game's really fun. Reduces maximum number of spawning enemies on the tile. They can stack. So I want this here, because it shows my area of effect. Put a cemetery there, meadow there, regen. I like regen. And you can speed up time. Originally they only had like the 2 times, but must have added more. Vampire Mansion. Add vampires to battles on the tiles around it. So this one you want to be careful because it's area effect, and vampires they give better loot, but they are also, you know, they're deadlier. So the other neat thing is usually, I mean, I think the spiders must be common, but your guy kind of talks to the first of a type of unit, and then afterwards he's silent. But it's kind of neat just to see the interactions, because it, you know, it gives a little bit about the actual world itself. This also, when it's this full, it's the boss of the chapter will appear, and it actually appears on the campfire. Oh, there's the vampire. Back off, human. Vampire, where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock, only hundreds of years of emptiness. And hundreds of years of hunger. You don't look so good. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I can keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its fill. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but you can help me, and I'll set this crumble world right. That's right, I'm doing this not just for myself, but for everyone. In the name of the greater good. So be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry. Nice. That I think the best part about this, oh yeah, he gives, I think, everything vampirism, which means they just heal when they hit. The best part of the talking is, like, it just kind of teaches you about the world. So, like, this, like, the vampires are nobles, which is kind of a normal thing, but it's, like, respected. Oh, yeah. Vampires often owned our land that kept the peace and helped our settlements prosper. This won't do it all. Now they're just pale shadows of their former self, both physically and mentally. Apparently blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures around him were imbued with the power to drain someone else's life. The main thing is, like, it's kind of neat and fun is, you know, just the lore. So, like, that implies vampires are not the monsters we know them to be because they were used to it. And now that the world's gone, so you can see kind of with this starry background, they've, like, regressed. It's a level 3 ring. That's what these numbers mean, is the level. It's actually one level above the loop. Usually you want your gear to kind of match or be above. More rocks. I like to try to spread out my things to make the most sense. Meadow. Now the other thing is cemetery spawn a skeleton every 3 days. Might speed up combat a couple things. Defense, attack speed. Pure damage, 4. Damage to all, 2. I don't think I've ever seen a pure damage thing before. I haven't played this in a little while, so there's 100% new things that I have never seen, probably. And meadow. The cool thing is in the middle of combat, you could also stop it, like if you got something, immediately equip it. Let's get a grove here. I need healing. Ooh, beacon. 40% movement speed within its range, plus 20% attack speed for all units. This does affect other guys, but I think we get a better buff, if I remember right. Or we just attack more. Trying to remember how that was actually, like, super good for us, if this is actually just the worst. It makes us walk faster, which is usually better. The most interesting part about this, oh, I'll be able to show you right now, is this game's all about finding hidden synergies. So as you'll see, you get, I got this, the mountain peak. It gives me 120 max HP, plus 5 max HP for every adjacent mountain / rock tile, which would be here. And it spawns a harpy every 2 days. But, like, this is something secret that I got because I made a 3x3. You know, and these are, like, secret little things that, I mean, nothing told me about the mountains peak. I got that just because of the synergy of putting all the mountains together. And that's, I think, the biggest thing to this game is finding those secret, like, synergies or, like, ways to do things. You know, like this I should have put down into the right one so I could fully circle it, because, I mean, I'm not going to get all the way around it. Right here, this is why we stop sometimes in the middle, because this is better than my weapon. I want the attack speed, and I want meadow. Nope, harpies showed up. See them flying or pass. Treasury. Must be surrounded by empty space when you build it. Gives a random basic resource after placing anything on an empty tile around it. So yeah, it kind of forces you to put it in a specific spot. We want to make this easy to fill. Probably here, and I'll just start circling it. I am getting worried about my health. So what we're going to do, so this is a neat thing. If you're worried about maybe not making it all the way around another loop afterwards, if you hold down the run button, these gears show up, and the next time you get at camp, or when you can use this basically, it stops it, and lets you decide then. Like, it will be like, hey, do you want to run? And you can choose to either actually run away or keep going. The main thing is we saw in the tutorial is if you run away at camp, you get to keep all your resources. So it's not like being a coward, it's just literally better. Which I might end up doing because I don't have as much healing. Treasury. That one there, I guess. These are better to get right away because if you get it fully empty, you get way more stuff. Yeah. Pure damage to all, and then we'll keep the counter. So the other thing, because we're going to run away, I'm going to stop focusing on synergies. I want to get these open. Oh, goblin camp. Spawns a goblin adjacent tile once a day, appears for every 10 mountain rock tiles. So like this is another hidden synergy. Usually there's checks and balances. Nothing's always ever 100% good or 100% bad. Well, yeah. So that's technically a negative that happened, but it's also fine. We'll put you here just in case. Come on. Oblivion. Oh yeah, these ones are great. Basically, causes anything to be totally forgotten, erases any established tiles, and erases monsters from roads. So if I'm really worried about something, I can just erase it, or, in this case, I don't want this here. I can just get rid of the goblin. Just put another vampire down. Hoping I can show off something else here in a second. Vampirism. We're gonna equip that. Oblivion, Beacon, Rock. Let's just get more materials. At this point, I'm just trying to fill that in. Heals 3 HP at the start of each day instead of 2. I think it's, if I remember right, if you put a meadow next to something else that's not a meadow, so rock, vault, buildings, it'll become this blooming one, which is way better. So, I mean, in a way, if you did like a checkerboard of meadows and, well, not rocks, because those want to be next to each other, but other things, that'd be the peak efficiency. Stop evading. Alright, I might be able to show you. I really hope I can make it to the end, because I'm almost there. Alright, so. I might end up equipping this, but. I have 84 health. No, I'm fine. Technically, I can guarantee it, but you get a resource for walking through that. Oh, there. So you see, when you run out of space, it always gets rid of the oldest one, and then it gives you, I think, these scrap metals. And there's no point. I'm there, and I'm definitely gonna run away, I think. Retreat. We lived. Leave it, everybody. The boy managed to return. Survivors, does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where'd you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from. That, or we can't remember. These few people are all that's left of our group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion based on the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. Each day we see the signs of other people's presence around us, but as far as we know, they don't exist and never did. It's like we forgot them. Forgot them? Exactly. It's as if the people are disappearing every day and we instantly forget they existed, just like we forgot where we came from and our families, maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. Yota? That I still remember. Everyone else's memories are not much better. So I remember so little about myself, everything is forgotten. But wait, you said I managed to return. That means you remember I was here. Yes, That's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave. You were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't keep wandering in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire here and enough space for a few sleeping bags. A real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Of course you can say. I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to put everything right. I'm the only beginning to remember the world as it was before. There's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remember the world? I don't get what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. We'll be glad to help you. If you could help us, glad to help you. Just don't ask us to follow you out there. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. There's no such thing. A place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. Oh, you're talking again. We're joking about helping you. Here are a few things that survive the cataclysms and don't vanish. Don't become forgotten. Take it, you might deserve it. Oh, she gave me much materials. I think this is doing other things. But I went a little over on this one just because, I mean, most of it's tutorial. I feel like that's fair. I'm definitely going to do, I think, a couple of these. But let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I really enjoyed this one, so I definitely want to hear what you guys think and if you like this too. This has been Deadly Legend 77. Thanks for watching and have a nice one. Peace. Bye-bye.